The second sun is coming. In seconds, the second 9/11 will take place. Within seconds, the second woe, all in a matter of seconds. There's the sun, and there's the sun simulator. There's the first and the second. There's the second coming of Christ. I have to reset something. You know, the London Bridge that's falling down, when that stabbing happened, and I'm going to go over some of that, the first thing you think of is that London Bridge is falling down. And then when you go and look at the lyrics of the words, it has a lot to do with the silver and gold in the end days here. Now there's also a shutdown coming, and it looks like we have 8 days until everybody leaves. Watch. This computer, it's on its last leg. Steve told me something about, like, if you're onto some kind of, I don't know, like truth or something, they slow up your computer, they hack into it. I don't know. London Bridge is falling down. Golden Gate Bridge is falling down. When you build it out of wood and clay, once you build it out of wood and clay, it's eventually going to come down. Then you got to build it out of steel and iron. First it's wood and clay, then it's steel and iron. Right? I gotta look the lyrics up. But when it's steel and iron, and it was wood and clay, and there's iron and clay mixed together, and when there's a period of time when the iron and steel, they bend and bow. They bend and bow like iron and steel. You know something else that bent and bowed like with iron and steel? I'll give you a hint. It was 2 towers. When I have another random thought, I'll come back. These numbers that I've been battling with for a while, they finally have clicked together. And I'll tell you guys over here on this video the same thing that I'm going to tell you over there after you're done watching this video, because that video will come up and then this video will come up. But there's 2 numbers that I've been like what, why, when, where, what does it mean? I'm sick of waiting and trying to see what happens. Pay attention to this. This is YouTube 60 Minutes. YouTube CEO Susan, I don't know, whatever her name is, Waj Chicky, and the debate over Section 230. So apparently there's a Section 230, some kind of in the book or something that if you don't, well, no, you can't get sued. I'll let her tell you, but you can't get sued for putting up certain content. So it's like you're not responsible. In other words, what they're looking to do is get you to be held responsible, which is fine. I get that part. I'll play this for you and you as well.
I got an interview with the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. The truth is, it was hard to put the story together because there were so many avenues and tentacles. Susan Wojcicki made it very clear that they're not media. They don't check the facts.
So I don't have any facts.
They say, no,
you know?
We're just a platform. We
I've said that.
host users who send us videos. They are now developing policies to curb particularly the spouting of hate. They try to deal with the conspiracy
Listen to what they think hate
There's
is.
a lot of medical quackery. They're beginning to try and
Conspiracy theories.
But for the most part, they say, we're not a news organization. We don't do checking the way we do.
We are in the distribution of news companies. We don't produce news ourselves. And of course, like someone, you know, out of their garage can upload a video and say their point of view about what happened with the news.
Exactly.
We're
That's
not going to
called
recommend that when there's a
free
breaking news
speech.
event. We're going to recommend companies that we know have a long tradition
We're not going to recommend
of
that
delivering reliable
anymore.
news.
Right?
We decide what's on our site, but what we do is we say there are certain types of information that we know are not true, and it's harmful if people get the wrong information.
And of course, harmful is in the eye of the beholder. They come under a section of a law called Section 230. That means they can't be sued for the material that their users put up. So if you put up a video,
So there you go.
they are not liable.
And that has enabled, it's basically enabled the internet as we know it. It's enabled us to have people upload content, not have every single comment be reviewed, not every single video be reviewed. And so
I review my own
enabled
comments.
New types of communication, new types of community, new types of
If I don't
content
review
that we
them, then they're
wouldn't
gonna just
have
stay
had
up there.
beforehand. But it also gives us protection to remove content. That is a really important part of 230. So there's a Good Samaritan clause that actually enables us to remove content that is legal.
Hold on. So removing content is legal, and they can do it at any point. But I think what they got to do is they got to get rid of this 2-3, the 230 debate, the Section 230. They got to get rid of it. They got to basically just bypass the entire 2-3 bypass to get past where the truth is not anymore.
Under U.S. law, like mature content, adult content, hate content. So it actually gives us protections for that.
Her argument is constantly, we're a site where we give everybody a voice. That's who we are.
Is that not a
is our
2-3?
DNA. That is how we started and how we want to continue. Now, there's been a lot of objectionable things that have been posted, and I think that's why she agreed to give us this interview,
Robin.
Susan Wojcicki, because she wants the public to know they're trying to curb harmful speech on their site.
I do
speech.
hate. I hate the deeds of the Nicolaitans. I think that's what they're named.
So you have this huge protection. I know it allows you to.
See, I definitely have hate
look at all
speech.
the things we've talked about that do get on your platform that have been harmful.
Listen to this.
Which we're removing, and that we're working on, and moving, which we're removing, and that we're working on. And honestly, if there was laws
Let's
that
be honest.
said this is the type of content you can't have, then we would remove it. Just to be clear, because you've asked me so many questions about hate, that's not necessarily something that we're getting any kind of legislation about. That's allowed. That's allowed here in the U.S. And we are making a decision to be responsible because we think it's important for our society right now. We're allowed to do that because of Section 230. And so the government is free. And so because of Section 230. And so
Alright, that's on pause. Now, do you remember the 2-3 bypass from that guy? Right? I'll just let this camera roll and whatever, or pause it when I'm wasting too much time. But what I do want to see is the New York rice cookers. The rice cookers on August 16th, 2019. There we go. No, that's not him. That's the other guy. Maybe here.
On the platform, the officers responded over and called in for more resources, and that's where the job went as of now. Both turned out to be rice cookers. There were actually 2. We had one additional job that may or may not be related up on 16th Street, 7th Avenue. That came in about 10 after 8 this morning as a suspicious package. It was an additional rice cooker that was put out with the garbage, and that was also found to be just an empty rice cooker.
When that guy gets on.
There had been these 2
I'm pretty far out from the Wi-Fi
packages found on the 2-3 platform here at Fulton Street. 2-3 platform here at Fulton. 2 suspicious packages found on the 2-3 platform here at Fulton Street. We immediately, acting upon police platform here at Fulton Street, we immediately, acting upon police advice and putting safety first for our customers, we immediately suspended service on line 2 and 3. And we started bypassing services on the other lines.
What do you think those other lines are? Huh? What other lines are there?
We had 1 train to evacuate at Fulton Street. That was done in orderly fashion.
Yeah, remember the Fulton Street station? 16th Street, Philadelphia? It's just saying it was there.
Done quickly. Customers were taken off the train and evacuated to street level.
Building 8, 80, 1010's there. What was that other channel? Something BS, channel 7 BS.
We had 1 other train that had to be taken back to Wall Street, but again there were no injuries. It was done calmly.
Wall Street, Wall.
So we reviewed the video at the scene. We do see male white between 20s and 30s with dark hair.
Oh, between 20s and 30s, huh? With dark hair. So between 20 and 30s and the 2-3 bypass. And section 230 to just bypass, obviously, the truth.
And a shopping cart. He places the pressure cooker on the upper level and then on the lower level. So there's a person of interest.
Planet X, PIX, right here. Oh, you can't see it from over there. But you can see it from here, right? You can see that? PIX 2 towers. You know, like the Facebook and the YouTube towers. Second over here, the number 2, which is the second woe. Second coming of Christ, the second son.
Obviously, we'd like to speak to this person. I would stop very short of calling him a suspect, because right now, because of the time, rush hour, the place, a subway station, the items, rice cookers that could be mistaken for pressure cookers.
Remember, this has nothing to do with anything back then. It's all to do with what's coming in the future.
It certainly is the kind of thing that we would want to know. Why is he placing them there, and what is the purpose of that?
All right. Now I want to go and see why won't it take me to like videos? Interesting, huh? Okay. So here's the shutdown channel. I mean the date of the shutting down our channels. And oh yeah, whenever that finally decides to work, I'll get back to it. But there was also a Route 23 when that shooting happened over in with the Whale School. So August, because Klecks' timeline started August 31st. So that really ain't working. August 31st, and August that school got shot up on the 75th day of his timeline. That school, where the road is, there's Route 5, Route 14, which is going up, because it's going up to 14. It's going, there's a 23 bypass. I'm not going to waste your time on here. Let me get this going.
Values.
So there's December 10th.
Values shift, not just within the world, not even within our country of the United States, but within counties or even regionally within counties. So cultural values are a very dangerous tool for control if the people that control it are centralized in one location. And of course, that generally is the case with the internet oligarchy of corporations.
Now, go to the other video where the newscasters is saying where they're basically leaving. Everybody's leaving in 8 days.
Argentina, the latest targets for tariffs, but there might be an ulterior motive at target here, having nothing to do with those countries. Hillary Vaughn on Capitol Hill with the latest. Hey, Hillary.
Hey, Neil. Well, the president announcing new tariffs targeting steel and aluminum coming from Brazil and Argentina, two countries that at the start dodged any metal tariffs. The president holding back in good faith to rework trade agreements with both countries, but now that's off the table. The president accusing both Argentina and Brazil of manipulating their currency to undercut American farmers and manufacturers. Both countries have profited off the trade war with China, picking up business, selling, and Brazil of manipulating their currency, and Brazil of manipulating.
When they show it that fast, and they get rid of it, they just want to they just want to give a visual picture of the lake of fire.
Manipulating their currency to undercut American farmers and manufacturers. Both countries have profited off the trade war with China, picking up business, selling soybeans and other farm products to China's supply chains that majorly were filled by U.S. farmers here. Today on Fox Business, Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross says China has a hard deadline to get a...
Look at that, the Dow Jones down 230 points, 0.43. Look. All right, come on. 23.43. Man, I'll tell you, it just feels like I'm a target for some reason. Maybe I'm just fooling myself, but I am 43. Well, and a half on the 28th, but I don't see them obviously knocking people down on YouTube on the 10th of December. But I do see them trying to pull a fast one on somebody. I'm not going to say any names.
The Phase 1 deal across the finish line, December 15th.
We need an overall package that meets our...
The reason I say that is because, look, let's face it. Everything that I'm saying, it'll happen. But it won't happen while my channel's up. It'll happen when it gets shut down. And then, you see, they don't want anybody to know what's going on, but this date has been set in stone a long time ago. They already knew when they were going to come to this point and shut us down, because they already knew when they were going to play out the end of the world. They already knew that they were going to park that sun. They already knew that they were going to simulate truth. So they knew when they were going to shut it down. They knew when they were going to exchange gifts to one another. They knew it well in advance.
Or requirements for the Phase 1.
December 15th, Christ has been tarrying. Tariffs won't interfere with Christmas. Oh, it won't interfere with Christmas. Therefore, because they didn't take the thanks. So nothing's going to happen, Steve, right? Because they didn't take the give. Because the gift is Christmas and the thanks is Thanksgiving. So they have to take both of them first, right? Nothing's going to happen. No rapture this year, right? But if the rapture happens, just prepare to be left behind, guys, all right? The ones that I told you, oh man, I told you I was going to come get you at a certain day, right? Right? Boldly? Hey, Derek from Clap Truth. Hey, Tyler, did Steve promise you that he was going to come get you on a specific day? Okay, because I know Kleck did the same thing.
And if so, a lot of things might be possible. But it's great that he has the hammer of December 15th, because that's a real hammer. That won't interfere with this year's Christmas.
Boom.
Nobody's reordering stuff.
That's it right there. It won't interfere with this year's Christmas. What does that matter? Probably nothing at all, but it says it on December 15th.
After the 15th of December, retailers have stocked up, so it's a very good time if we have to put more tariffs on.
And today, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is in Madrid, signaling that the USMCA is still in limbo. Democrats want Mexico to accept better enforcement measures from the U.S. to make sure they keep up with labor standards, saying today that the deal on the table is still not good enough. Congress only has 8 working days left if they want to try to put up the USMCA for a vote before everyone leaves for the end of the year. Neil? Before everyone leaves for the end of the year. Before everyone leaves for the end of the year. Neil?
So, if everyone leaves at the end before the end of the year, and they have 8 days left, well then doesn't that mean that on the 10th, which is December 9th into the 10th, which is the deadline, midnight, right? When everybody hops in their bunkers and they start to go on the ground because of what's getting ready to take place here on planet Earth, that would, to me, would mean that people are leaving. Look, the ones that survive, right? We're the ones that take over. The ones that go underground, the ones that show fear when this jumps off. Do you not know that there's people in high places that have already know what the hell is going to happen? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's happening as I'm going, but they already know what they're doing. There's people in high places that they're not having it anymore. It's just the way it is. It's what happened. This is what it means when Christ returns. So, when those people, you know, everybody knows that I understand, that I believe that Stephen has all types of pull in the world, and he knows when the sun's going down too. So, when you're in contact with those people, and you know what they're doing, and you see that, it's just my view, right, that Steve has everything to do with it. But let's say he isn't the person. Let me just step back for anybody that is that person and Steve ain't. Let me just step back and give you the credit, because I don't know one way or another, really. I'm just guessing. But you know, there's some pretty damn good guesses. But for the people that are in charge, the ones that are going to make the difference, the ones that already know that you're not going to the fullest extent of obliviating everybody on planet Earth. It's not happening. But you are going to knock out that sun for 3 days, and that will get everybody's attention. That's the trump card. I mean, that's my trump card. When that sun goes down, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have your screenshot right here. You got your picture. Like, hey, look at what I knew was going to happen. And then they might pay attention to you a little bit more, even because of that. But just the sun alone dropping that's going to be very eye-opening for everybody.
And the only people that are going to be on the right side are people that stay grounded, people that just, I call it a bullshit meter. It's pineal gland.
That's right, I got that bullshit meter.
Fluoridation of water, vaccinations, technology, exactly. But if you have that pineal gland and the ability to say that's bullshit, you have to keep that. And people might not like it. It's not politically correct.
Well,
whatever.
Had fired some rockets on Thanksgiving.
More to come, I'm sure.
Of the year
wanted to share and thank you, brother. Peace and
I'm going to get to that date in a minute.
Rocket launchers in the near future. The report goes on to read, and deploy super large rocket launchers in the near future. The report goes on to read, North Korea fired 2 short-range projectiles into the sea off of its east coast on Thursday, in a 4th test of its new super-large multiple rocket launcher. The latest test of the so-called KN-25 missile came as a Thanksgiving Day reminder to the United States of a year-end deadline Kim has set for Washington to show flexibility in their
from the 75th day
talks. The series of tests since the KN-25 was first unveiled in August show the North Koreans.
Oh, it was first revealed in August. Like at the beginning of the 100% days of no lion of the tribe of Judah.
Steadily improving their ability to quickly fire multiple rockets. Series of tests since the KN-25 was first unveiled in August show the North Koreans steadily improving their ability to quickly fire multiple rockets from their mobile launch vehicles. And that capability.
Alright, so that there happened, and then you have Klecks over here letting you know the date. Let's see if he does it.
Mike, I think it's Mike.
Yeah, I think it's Mike. I don't know. Maybe.
No mail, so he put 5490. I circled it for you. So look, so you see, there's the envelope it came in. I scratched out his address. It says do not bid. And then look what was inside of it. There's all these pictures, and all the pictures had a little sticky note on them. And so, you know, I was freaking out driving.
Save time on that, because it's going to spin.
I don't want to show you the address.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, their address. Well, you know what?
Right,
there you go. So, see, to Johnathan Klecks, it's probably got a date on that stamp.
It absolutely does have a date on that stamp.
August 31st.
Yep, August 31st. And at the same time, you see the 435. You can't see it over here, but you can see that 435, that was the Home Depot that they went to. 435 Home Depot. And that other shooting happened 50 days later, which is halfway there, because once you cross over Corpus Christi, you're halfway there, 50 miles per hour. And then on August 31st. Well, that was, well, yeah, that's what he's talking about right there. August 31st. That was the first shooting of the Texas Odessa, right? And then, because they all met up at the Home Depot 45. You know, I don't know. I don't know what Home Depot number it was. Maybe it was number 435. I never checked that. But either way, it's 435, August 31st. That's the beginning of it. When you do your math, 100 days from August 31st lands on December 9th. Let's get this in here. August 31st. (2019). Add your 100 days. So December 9th. December 9th, midnight. Oh, where are you? December 9th. Evening, morning, 100 days. And we got 8 days till everybody leaves. So, man, that makes me think that second 9/11 is going to happen on December 11th. That it makes me think that the second 9/11 is going to happen right here, December 11th, in the midst of the week, because on the 9th, remember, Batcat died on Monday, which is the 9th. And then 2 days of digging and getting the trees out of the way and the dirt and everything. He works his ass off. 2 days of doing that to basically clear the path, clear Philadelphia, clear the truth, stomp the truth to the ground, get everybody underground, go up until Christmas, and then 3 days later, the rapture, right? Rapture rumors. We're gonna hear about the rapture rumors. And then that sun, that second sun that Steve's talking about, it's going to hit the planet Earth. I'm telling you. It's going to hit planet Earth. It's going to demolish frickin' everything in its path except for Linwood, Michigan. Because, you know, he's there. So that would be the 25th. And then 3 days of darkness. If that sun hits on the 28th, then it's going to be lights out. And then New